Welcome to the lecture video. In this video, I am going to explain the calculus of variations and its applications. The geodesic, a shortest path between the 2 points. Let me explain what is that. When we take a curved surface like this and there are 2 points, and if we take the distance, it will be in this form. That's a curved form. But using the calculus of variation, we will be finding out the shortest distance, that will be a straight line or what. So, shortest path between the two given points in the curved space assumed to be a differential manifold. It can be defined by using the equation for length of the curve. And then we will minimize this length between the points using the calculus of variations. Let's see the problems now. Show that the geodesic on a plane are straight lines. So how it has to be means, if we are taking the 2 points, say P and Q, with respectively x1, y1 and x2, y2 as the coordinates, this is the shortest path and this is the curved path in the x, o, y plane. So we know that the length, arc length between the P and Q is given by S is equals to integral x1 to x2 ds by dx of dx. That can be also written as root of 1 plus dy by dx the whole square, or root of 1 plus y dash square into dx. So now we need to find y of x such that I is minimum. So let us consider the f as f of x, y, y dash, or simply f, as we can take root of 1 plus y dash square. So now when we use the Euler's equation, it says that dou f by dou y minus d by dx of dou f by dou y dash is 0. Then it becomes dou f by dou y if we consider it is 0, whereas dou f by dou y dash if we consider it is 1 upon 2 root of 1 plus y dash square into 2 y dash. Here this 2 and this 2 cancels and we are getting d by dx of y dash divided by root of 1 plus y dash square is equals to 0. Now apply the quotient rule. It has to be differentiated, where numerator and denominator we can take it as u and v. Apply the quotient rule and then differentiate it and cross multiply. What we are getting is y double dash and root of 1 plus y dash square minus y dash into 2y y double dash divided by root of 1 plus y dash square into 2. Here 2 and 2 gets cancelled. Then it can be simplified further. So on simplification, here we are getting y double dash is multiplied with 1 plus y dash square minus y double dash into y dash square. So on multiplication, we get y double dash plus y double dash into y dash square minus y double dash into y dash square is equals to 0. So these two terms gets cancelled and we are getting y double dash as 0. So when y double dash is 0 and we need to find what is y, so we need to integrate this for 2 times. If we integrate, 0 integration will be 0 only, but here as a constant of integration we are getting c1. Therefore y dash is equals to c1 we are getting. Next we need to find y. Let us integrate once again. Therefore y is equals to c1x plus c2. So here c1 and c2 both are constants. Exactly, it is in the form of a straight line like y is equals to mx plus c. Hence it has been proved. Now let us consider another problem, that is a hanging chain problem. In the hanging chain problem, you can imagine a cable or a chain between the 2 points which is hung freely. Like this. This is between the 2 points like A and B. So A is with the coordinates x1, y1 and B is with the coordinates x2, y2. And if we take a point, that is a small arc, if we are taking at the point that is x comma y, we take this as a H. Let's see the proof now. So if A and B be the fixed points of a suspension of a chain, let us choose the plane containing the points in the xy plane with y-axis directed vertically upwards. So x1, y1 and x2, y2 be the coordinates of A and B respectively. Now let us consider a small element ds at the point xy of the chain. If rho is the density of the chain, then the potential energy of the element is rho into ds into gy, where g is the acceleration due to gravity. Therefore, the total potential energy of the chain is given by rho ds into gy, because P into E, that the potential energy is given by mgh, where m is the mass, g is the acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height, where h is y in this case. So V is given by integral, because we are integrating between the 2 points A and B. So integral between A to B, rho ds into g y dx. So rho g into integral, rho g is a constant. So let us take out of the integral. So y into ds by dx of dx, we get it. Now we know the arc length between A and B is given by ds by dx is equals to root of 1 plus y dash square. That is, we will substitute in the integral y into integral of 1 plus y dash square dx. Now we have to find y is equals to y of x, which makes v the minimum. Here f is given by rho gy root of 1 plus y dash square, which is independent of x. Now let's consider the Euler equation, which is independent of x. Then rho gy into root of 1 plus y dash square minus y dash into rho gy into 2y divided by 2 into root of 1 plus y dash square is equals to c. Take the LCM and simplify. We are getting rho gy into 1 plus y dash square plus y minus y dash square divided by root of 1 plus y dash square is equals to c, or y is equals to c by rho g into root of 1 plus y dash square, or y is equals to, taking the c by rho g as k, root of 1 plus y dash square, where k is equals to c divided by rho into g. Now let us square it on both the sides. Then we get y square is equals to k square into 1 plus y dash square, or y square is equals to k square plus k square into y dash square, or k square y dash square is equals to, taking this to the other side, that is k square to the other side, y squared minus k square. Retain only y dash square, then we are getting y dash square minus k, y square minus k square divided by k square. Or taking the root on both the sides, y dash is equals to root of y square minus k square divided by k. That is, dy by dx is equals to this. Instead of writing y dash, we can write it as dy by dx, so that the variables can be separated. So dy by root of y square minus k square is equals to dx by k. Now do the integration, and we know that the integration of 1 upon root of y square minus k square is given by cos h inverse of y by k, and the right hand side integral of dx is given by x by k plus a, the constant of integration. So cos h inverse of y by k is equals to x plus ak divided by k by taking the LCM, or putting ak is equals to some other constant, say b, we get x plus b divided by k. Now taking this cos h inverse to this side, we are getting y by k is equals to cos h of x plus b divided by k, or y is equals to cos h of x plus b divided by k, which is nothing but a catenary. Hence we proved the result. Thank you.